Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah said, al-istiwa, he says, to mean al-ulu, ascension, and irtifa'. Did he go away from what Mujahid rahimahullah and Abu Aliya say? No. He said, ascension and rising above. This is exactly what they said. Now, we have the quotes for that. So therefore, we go to that which those great scholars have already mentioned. And it was an issue, because in the past, the misguided groups, the Jahmiyyah who denied Allah's names and attributes, they did not affirm that for Allah, that Allah is above the arsh. The Mu'tazila likewise, they denied that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is above the arsh. And the Asha'ira tried to explain it away, that it means that He is the conqueror. And you see that with some translations of the Quran. Some translations of the Quran, if I just read to you one or two, you will see how they have been influenced by the Mu'tazila or the Asha'ira, who do ta'wil, who explain away without affirming the apparent meaning that is mentioned. For example, if you look at, let's choose just a few. Rashad, in his translation, this individual who claimed to have his own interpretation of the Quran in his translation, his Quran, if you look at his translation, is full of numbers. It's full of numbers, and in particular number 19. It's a flawed calculation that he has. He said, one day he had a dream and he did his calculations, and those calculations alluded to him being the Prophet after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he's a person who's misguided. But he says, the most gracious, he has assumed all authority. You see? Again, they changed the word that Allah is rose above the arsh to, he has assumed all authority. Of course, authority belongs to Allah. But why don't you affirm that which Allah has affirmed for Himself? Also, if you look at the a Shiite translation, one which is called Mir Ali, it is this thick, it's heavy and full of misguidance. And in there, they say about Ar-Rahman wa Arsh istawa, that Allah is above the Arsh, they say, and translate it as, the Beneficent on the Arsh is firm. On the Arsh is firm. Why don't you just say what Mujahid said, and Abu Aliya said, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is above the Arsh, or He ascended above the Arsh. Again, another Shiite translation, he said, is firm in power. So what they are trying to affirm is what? Is that istiwa means His power, and that He is firm in authorizing and so on. And that goes against the affirming the apparent meaning that we have been commanded to affirm. In the Brelvi translation by Dr. Abdul Majid Awlakh, what does he say in the Brelvi translation? They said that is Ar-Rahman Arsh istawa, they said established in authority, in brackets befitting to His dignity. Again, they're using the word authority, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, istiwa means authority, which is not what is meant from the apparent meaning. The apparent meaning that He is above and ascended above the Arsh. Tahir al-Qadri, another Brelvi, Dr. Muhammad Tahir al-Qadri, he says regarding Ar-Rahman Arsh istawa, He is most kind, in brackets Lord, who established His sovereignty on the throne of power and supreme authority over all the systems of the universe befitting His glory. And you need, how many lines you need to write all that? Just say Ar-Rahman Arsh istawa, Allah is above the Arsh in a way which befits His majesty, or Allah ascended and rose above the Arsh. Why you have to bring all supreme authority? They don't want to affirm Allah is above the Arsh. They don't want to affirm that. They think that or they believe that if we say that Allah is above the Arsh, you are doing blasphemy. No. Allah said it. So why should you not say that which Allah said? Ar-Rahmanu ala al-Arshi istawa. And there are other translations which are similar. If we look into the book called Ar-Radd ala al-Jahmiyyah by Ad-Darimi, he said, we describe Allah with that which he described himself with, and with that which the Messenger ﷺ described him with. Khalas. We don't go beyond that. That's how the Salaf used to be. They describe Allah with that which is befitting for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They didn't add to it. So we should not add to that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no one who knows Him more than He knows Himself subhanahu wa ta'ala. No.